what is going on, guys? My name is Leon Master. Welcome back to another Overwatch League news video today, guys. And may I say, stuff has been piling on and piling on for Overwatch League news. So I have 3 videos I want to make. This is the first one. The next video after this will be all about the contract status, which is basically kind of like clear up everything who's like free agent, who declined, who's still playing for the team. Basically clearing up a lot of stuff, what's going on in this offseason. We're close to already signing times, and we've gotten some leaks already. That's going to be my 3rd video. But this first video, we're going to go over some stuff that has already been talked about as the time of making this video. We got New York, we got Hangzhou Spark, we got Philadelphia releases, we got a lot of releases as well. And it's also kind of mentioned that in the contract status video as well when I make that. But let's go ahead and make this video right now. Next video is going to be the contract status, and then third one is going to be some potential leaks, possibly for the Dallas Fuel and New York Excelsior. To start off, I feel like it wouldn't be right if I started off with this topic. It is nyxl, and Haksal has retired, which is really unfortunate. And nyxl's tweet says this: "One of the greatest Genji players of all time is retiring from the Overwatch League. We are honored to have him as a part of our team during his memorable career. Thank you, Haksal, for all that you have done. Wishing you all the best in your next adventure." This one hit. I felt like he was still going to play for maybe a couple more years. But I even felt like he just kind of started when he came in Overwatch League. But obviously he's been playing Overwatch competitively since the beginning. 2016, you can check the results if you want to. He's been there from the start, playing on Runaway for years and years, grinding the game, every meta, every team situation he's been to, Vancouver Titans, and I bet the whole Vancouver Titans situation really broke him going to nyxl. It was just a wild ride for Haksal. He's had a great career, absolutely great career, even doing a good streamer now, so he definitely deserves to retire. It sucks to see him go. I was still shocked by this one. This one hits hard as well, but I completely understand, and apparently he said a lot about why he did retire in the Ryuje Hong interview. I'm pretty sure I didn't watch that, and that was also before a couple of days before the Haksal retirement fully came out. He said things like he was tired of being kind of like said stuff out online. People didn't like how he was saying about him online, and he hated about it. So he's gonna retire, probably become a streamer is what it looks like. So it sucks to see Haksal retire. It really does, but I definitely think he has a good future in front of him as well. Now to more stuff with the nyxl. They also have released 4 players, and those 4 players are Nene, Hoppa, Bianca, and Who Are You. Nothing really surprising there. I am kind of surprised of Nene though, I'm going to be honest, because I thought there was still potential of him potentially staying on nyxl. Not surprised of Hoppa, Who Are You as well, and Bianca. I thought Bianca was good at the end of the day, but he got no playtime unfortunately. Hoppa was really underwhelming this season. I think everyone can agree on that. And Who Are You? We had a lot of high hopes for Who Are You, but those fell down pretty quick after the first couple of games he played, in the, couple of months I should say in general of Who Are You. Really went down fast. Nene had a lot of potential. I still think he does, like I've already said. Very high tier player for talking about Season 2, and had a lot of good moments in Season 3. Just nyxl had a really rough year this year, and there's a lot of changes coming as well when I get to the leak video when we make that. But obviously I'm going to do my normal thing as well as the nyxl, what teams they could go to in general. So let's go ahead and start off with the first one. Who Are You? I think there's only one team Who Are You could really go to right now. And I don't even think he can go to this team, but maybe the LA Valiant. I think it's going to be hard for Who Are You to get into another team right now. But I think if LA Valiant, not keeping Apply, potentially keeping KSF, I remember from the contract status, I think KSF is still probably going to be on the team. I think Who Are You could be a good backup or rotation with KSF when it comes to projectile or flex DPS in general, because maybe Who Are You can play a better projectile than KSF. Who knows what that could be? I don't know an example to throw out there. Maybe Who Are You is better on the Genji and scrims, so they put Who Are You in for the Genji and KSF's the sub. That's the only team I can really see. Obviously there's like teams like Vancouver, there's teams like Toronto, but I think Toronto wants to have a pretty good roster this year. It's going to be very hard for Who Are You to get a team after what we saw in nyxl this year from him, which is weird to say because he had a really great performance in his past, but that's kind of fell down ever since he joined the Overwatch League. Now we have Bianca. I have 2 teams for Bianca. I think he has a high chance of going to more actually, because he did perform really well when he did play in the Overwatch League and also in his Contenders days. I wrote Dallas Fuel and the LA Valiant. I don't think Dallas Fuel is going to happen anymore after the leaks I just read, but we'll get to it when that happens. And LA Valiant, they no longer have McGravy. I think Bianca could be a great spot for the LA Valiant. I don't know if Bianca's pretty cheap or not, but either way, I'm throwing Bianca out there for the LA Valiant. He could also join teams, maybe like Atlanta Reign, but it depends on what Bianca's situation is and what he goes to. I think these 2 teams could be viable. More on the LA Valiant though, because McGravy's now gone. Now we have Hoppa, kind of like the same thing. I also wrote down LA Valiant and Toronto Defiant. I think LA Valiant's going to be the most possible option for Hoppa as well. He has had pretty good performances throughout his career as well in the Overwatch League. And also going into Toronto Defiant, he would just be good to fill in that spot because Toronto Defiant's fully gone now. And he would just fit that spot possibly. Now we're on to Nene. I wrote 3 teams for Nene. I wrote Dallas Fuel, Houston Outlaws, and the Toronto Defiant. Dallas Fuel, potentially going to happen still, potentially, even with the leaks I just read. He is a hit scan player. Dallas Fuel only currently has Doha right now, and they would probably need a top tier hit scan, fresh coming in. Nene could be fresh coming in Dallas Fuel. He was, previously a top tier hit scan coming in with Doha. Would be nasty. Houston Outlaws currently does not have a hit scan DPS. They only have Dante as their flex DPS and Hydration, actually, with the contract status, and they have no pure hit scan. Then they could go there and dominate with Dante or Hydration. And with Toronto Defiant, they have Logic still, but that's most likely going to change in the next upcoming future. So I don't see Logic staying. I could see Nene go, though, but that's also not going to happen. Very hard to find some teams for these guys because everything's going crazy right now with the Overwatch League. Now, this one right here, you guys may have missed it. It was late at night, but Hangzhou Spark has promoted Shy to their Overwatch League team, and this one's no surprise here. Shy was dominating ever since we've known about him, especially in 2018 World Cup for Team China. Dominated on hit scan, sometimes played some flex support when he can play it, and dominated on Hangzhou Sparks Academy team throughout every contender season. And we knew this was going to be 100% a promotion at some point when he turned 18, and now he's turned 18, and now he's on Hangzhou Spark. Can't wait to watch this guy play. He's going to be one of the best hit scans most likely in the Overwatch League. I hope so, and maybe he'll play beside Architect or Gazi depending on what meta is going to happen. I think Shy is going to be one of the next best players we'll see next season. Now we have Boston Uprising. They also tweeted this out. It's going to be in the contract status video as well, but basically at the end of the day with this huge article, they have re-signed everyone but Axiom. Yes, I said that. I'm not stuttering. They have re-signed everyone, even Myeonbong and also Jerry, Color Hex, Fusions, Punk, literally their entire roster except Mikey and Halo. They said nothing about Axiom in this, and even Axiom was not in the contract status website as well. So I'm guessing Axiom was just released. They haven't made a statement yet, or they have traded him already, but haven't seen or heard a word about Axiom. My thoughts about this, though, the Boston Uprising. Lori must have some big things going ahead as well. It doesn't even look like they're messing with coaching changes anymore. It looks like Askoff and Lori are going to be the coaches for this team, is what it looks like. I don't know. There could be more changes, and hopefully they sign more players. I think Myeonbong, it sucks to see him not go to a different team, but he's confident that he can win on this team with Lori. Same thing goes with Punk. I think Punk and Myeonbong were the bright spots on this team. I think Color Hex, probably still one of the worst DPS players. That could change with Lori. Now in Fusions, I think Fusions has some potential still that could be unlocked with Lori. I can understand why Boston gets some of these players, but I really hope they sign some star players, or at least some unknown talent that they can bring from maybe open tryouts for this team, because when I look at these re-signs, I'm not fully confident. I think they can do a tiny bit better this season because of Lori coming in, but I am not confident in Boston re-signing these players. It's great to see, though, I guess, because I think those players know they can't really find other teams, except for maybe Jerry, Punk, and Myeonbong. But that's really it. Now on to Philadelphia Fusion releases. You guys probably already know about these. They're pretty obvious in general. Chipsa and Boombox released. The not so obvious is KDG. KDG is released, even though he went on a great run with the Philadelphia Fusion. There is leaks on what team he's going to. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But I'm not surprised Chipsa's gone. I guess he had some, experience now, what it's like to be in the Overwatch League, probably behind the scenes and all that. He's going to stick to content creation. Boombox, it sucks to see him go, but he's going to be benched the entire time if he stays on this team with Alarm on the roster. So he could find another team. I think he will find another team personally. It just depends on what happens throughout the season. More releases possibly. Now we have KDG. Great head coach from the Philadelphia Fusion, going to a different team, potentially. I think he'll find another team in general in the Overwatch League. So I think KDG was a great coach. Sucks to see him gone, but I think if Philadelphia Fusion wants to win, they need to find even a better coach. Who will that be? I have no clue. But Philadelphia Fusion probably has an eye on the coach right now, and they're just probably making the deal out. Now on to the not-so-surprising part. Toronto Defiant, releasing everyone. Yes, everyone. Here it is right here. Everyone's gone except for Logix, currently on the roster still. Most likely going to get traded in general, or something's going to happen to him. He's going to get traded for money, or maybe he will stay on the Toronto Defiant. I'm really confident he won't stay on the Toronto Defiant. But yes, Agilities is gone, Beast is gone, Kriv, Numlock, Nevix, Mangachu, Cruz, Sherford, Roki, and Zik all gone. Makes sense if they want to actually win next season. I don't really have any opinions on these. I think Sherford is going to retire. I think Cruz will not retire. I don't know what team he will go to. Mangachu, I feel like Mangachu is going to retire. Nevix, I think Nevix will maybe find a team. Zik, I think Zik's probably going to go back in contenders. Roki, I think Roki will try to go back in the Overwatch League, but I think he's going to be in contenders. Same thing goes with Numlock, contenders, Kriv. I think he'll find an Overwatch League team. What team will that be? I have no clue. Beast Halo, I think there's a chance he could find an out team, but maybe be a sub spot. But probably contenders. And Agilities, I have no clue. Maybe he'll find an Overwatch League team. Maybe he'll go in contenders or stream. I have no clue what this will go towards. But all these releases are not surprising in the slightest. If Toronto Defiant wanted to win, they needed to get rid of every single piece they had. And I think they also need to do that with coaching staff. We don't see that with coaching staff. Toronto fans, I think we're going to see the exact same season we saw already with the Toronto Defiant if they do not make coaching changes now. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to stay more in tune with Overwatch League news and other Overwatch League videos in general, don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to join my Discord down below, and don't forget to follow my Twitter and my Twitch, and don't forget to hit that bell, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.